Hey guys, I'm over here singing. Hey guys, it's your favorite girl, Inga Nicole. Now listen, listen, listen. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Y'all see I done got fancy this week, and so we're gonna get started. I told you that this week in our group we were gonna have some amazing things because we're going into the end of the year with a bang and what? A bag. And so this is not an official podcast, it's just our group being fancy. So this is the Boss Grow Fund, right? We got our special guest, and this week is being hosted by Twisted Wellness, our very own podcast. And so let me show you what we got going on. But guys, are you ready to get into it? Let's get into it. That's the music. Y'all know I'm glitchy. Let's go. Get your friends. Come get up in here. So, guys, you know, I said that we are sponsored today by our favorite show and podcast, that is Twisted Wellness. Tanya's not feeling well, and so we decided to go ahead and go live in our group and on YouTube. Do y'all know how incredible it is to be able to say that we are live on YouTube? Everybody say YouTube. We are live on
You.
YouTube and on Facebook. And so, guys, I'm excited about that. One thing, listen here, guys, we've been doing something this week, which was talking about your credit. And so, I'm going to tell y'all one more time this week, I want you to go to www.bossgrowfund.com. And there, I have a whole system to give you guys a $1 credit evaluation because remember, I'm not working with people that don't want to have their credit together. And how can I help you with your personal credit grants and your business strategies, your business credit grants and business strategies if your personal credit is janky? You know, I got that word from Ray J. I told you guys that. But my goal is to help women boss, grow, and fund their business in 30 days or less and really create a life that they want to live. And so we having a party tonight. I'm excited about it. Guys, I have to introduce you to a young lady because we're not going to be on here all night. I know it's Wednesday night. It's like hump day Wednesday. But we're going to talk to a young lady that I absolutely love. And so, guys, you know about my new book, right? Let me show you because I'm showing off in fancy. And if you already ordered it, it's over there. I can't point to the left or the right because if I point to the left, I might be pointing out the window. When I point to the right, I might be pointing at you. But I'm in your row, as they say at church. But guys, He Guided Me Through the Storm is an amazing collaboration of women telling stories of strength, resilience, faith, and just testimonies that are out of this world. And when I tell you, I was so honored to be a part of this book. Every single time I write, I'm feeling more and more of a release of my toxic yesterday. And y'all know we talk about that. And if you're new to the gang, you're going to get to know us. One of our missions in business is I always feel like so many of us have an incredible opportunities, but we are so overwhelmed. This is a good word for tonight, right? We are so overwhelmed with life and yesterday and all of the tragedies that have happened to us that we're missing amazing opportunities. And so, together with a young lady that I'm introducing to you tonight, Miss Crystal Mance, guys, she was the leader, the forerunner, I guess she put her amazing leadership together for this book, and it was an idea. And I tell you guys, whenever you see those commercials that say click right here, you can click right here. I clicked right here. All right. I clicked right here in a link that I saw that she was having a webinar. I clicked it. I heard what they were talking about and I was drawn into it. Okay. Drawn completely into it. Sometimes you're going to click the link and the link is just not for you. And other times you're going to click the link. And when I tell you, look at this incredible masterpiece of a book. And even moving further down the story, I am part of the Book Profits Club. Y'all know that. We talked about it before. This is how I started writing and got my courage to start writing. And Crystal is also a part of this club. And so I was able to meet her in Atlanta in this amazing conference. And she told a story. Let me tell you something. This story, I've been wanting her to talk on our podcast for a while, but we weren't able to do that. I want her to come here and talk to us ladies today so that we can go into our holiday less stressed, less overwhelmed, and not about to get our sister for not cooking the turkey right. And so when I tell you, she told this story or this demonstration of wearing too many hats. She showed us all the hats. And you know how you got this? I always ask us on Monday, tell me 3 things you're going to do this week. And most of us put like 42 things on the list. Imagine the demonstration that she would have where she showed you what you're doing is overwhelming you. And you know you have a lot to do, but seeing it in the physical is a whole nother story. And guys, I've been drawn to her ever since. And so I want to introduce you to a mother, a wife, a minister, or a pastor. She gonna correct me. An author, wait, an award-winning author. And guys, she's a whole joint because she's from Philly. We gotta say that. Living in Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to my sister friend, Miss Crystal Mance.
Ooh, hey,
Wait.
hey, hey, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you see this. It is such a blessing to be here. Inga, I absolutely love and adore you, my sweet sister, and I'm honored to be on your show today. This is just awesome and amazing opportunity to be able to just share, how we got here and where we are. And, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Crystal Mance, and I help women heal from mental and emotional burnout. I have to say before I go any further that Inga and I, as she said, how we connected. But the blessing is that when you identify and know where you are and know who you are, you understand the importance of not being burnt out. So, as Inga said, I am a wife. I'm a daughter first because I'm the oldest. I'm a pastor. Get my hats on, y'all. We getting it on. We getting it on. Get my parent. So I'm a parent. Every head has a label, as you see, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm an entrepreneur, so I have my own business, and I had my own business back in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a community servant, a mentor at my church.
She's still putting them
Got
on, you guys.
I'm putting on. So I'm at number seven.
Oh my goodness.
Seven. This is eight. This is eight.
What's the
I
eight?
work
What's the orange
somewhere.
one?
This says employee, so I work somewhere.
Oh, a
Sorry, I'm trying to.
mentor employee. Oh gosh,
Yep.
guys, y'all see
This
these?
is reunion. So when we had our family reunions, I supported that and would also be a part of that family reunion. And then whenever something happened in our
Mm-hmm.
family or whatever, everybody called Crystal and we need to pray. Yo, I got on 10 hats right now between 2016 and 2020. This is just 10, but I promise you I wore more. And so because of that and because how we're built and how we are as women, we're nurturers, we want to help everybody, and we don't know how to use our anointed. No, I want to tap into that a little bit in a second, but we just have to
Yes,
learn that this is overwhelming. You know what?
it
I'm
is.
exhausted wearing all these hats, right, Inga? And so,
Mm-hmm.
we have to learn how to balance. We have to learn how to say to use our anointed. Now, I'm again go back to that in a minute, but have to know to be okay with who you are. God never intended, we're never built to carry all this stuff, and we try. But
Mm-hmm.
you know what the real question is why are you doing all this stuff, right? Sometimes we want to feel more important than what we are, right? And we want to do and make it appear that we're doing other stuff. But are you looking for validation? Are you looking for someone to for acceptance? Are you looking for someone to say, yo, you know what? She's doing all that, she's this and that. But it is at the end of the day, and Inga, I'm gonna go back to something you said on
Mm-hmm.
social the other day in one of your videos. When you go
Mm-hmm.
back to the end of the day, you close the door, you lay your head down, you go
Yes,
home, you in the room by
yes.
yourself. What have you done? And have you done one thing effectively? Have you done one thing efficiently? Have you carried one thing, started it and finished it instead of just adding more and more hats? So, child, let me tell you, between 2016, 2020, I wore all these hats. And what happened was I had to go under construction.
Oh wow.
And so, because of that, I was burned out. Early 2020, I ended up contracting COVID, and I had to go under construction so that the Lord can transform my mind. See, a lot of times, again, we are comparing ourselves to others, and sisters, comparison kills. I just
Mm-hmm.
need y'all to know that. It definitely kills. And so, when
Yes.
we don't see the opportunity, when
Mm-hmm.
you don't know
Mm-hmm.
who you are and what lane you belong in, you'll find yourself trying to vacillate and compare yourself to other people. But that
Very
ain't
true.
even
Very
necessary,
true.
right? That's
Mm-hmm.
not even necessary. You just need to stay in your lane. You need to
Yes.
stay where you do what God has called you to do. So,
Yes.
from my construction period and my time under construction, my first book, Reset, was birthed. Releasing every situation encourages transformation. And so, Reset was birthed. And from here, in my book, I have 30 life nuggets that help you to reset from being burned out, to guide you through the journey of being healed from burnout. And this is what my book, Reset, is about, the journey of healing from mental and emotional burnout.
Oh
And you're
wow.
probably asking, well, Crystal, how do I even know if I'm burned out? Well, you know what? That's a great question
That was our
because
question. Yes.
yeah. So one of those ways that you know that you're burned out, that you're depleted, you feel overwhelmed, you feel
Mhm.
like I can't put on another hat. I can't do anything else for a period of time. I felt like Inga that if anybody asked me to do one more thing, the water was here and I was going under.
Mm.
So because of that, we have to be mindful of our limitations and where we are, right? And
Mhm.
not be afraid to say, you know, God never built me that way. I don't have to do all of this. And be honest with yourself.
Mhm.
Use your anointed no. What's your anointed no? Your anointed no, my sister, my brother, whoever watching, whatever God has given you to do, and it's in your lane of what He's called you to do,
Mhm.
then you walk and do what God has given you to do in that's your purpose, that's your path, that's your plan. Walk it out to its fullest ability. Don't go cross over to the next lane on the left or the right. Stay in your lane. So when you are functioning within the plan and the purpose that God has for your life,
Mhm.
anything outside of that is an anointed no.
Wow.
And you got to be okay with your no.
Look how amazing this is. So about we part of it's called our group is Boss Grow Fund, and so I help women get grants every Saturday. We do a live grant, and if anybody is whoever's out there listening, what was the grant we did last week? The grant was a no grant, a $2,000 grant just to say no. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it
Wow.
was
That's
very
awesome.
easy to fill out. They asked, what would you do if you had $2,000 just for you saying no? What would you change in your life? What would you add? What would you do if the money was only for you and not for you to be able to share with anybody else? So that's incredible that you say that.
That
That's
is
very,
incredible. I wish I had known it, but it ties into that, you
yes,
know?
yes.
Hopefully
I
you
got to
had
tell
a
you,
winner. You
hmm
had a winner.
yeah, listen.
Hope-
So I brought, but while you're talking about the anointed no and the hats, I done went in the closet
and got
already.
yours.
And so part of the reason that I wanted to have you here with us was because we are gearing up. So yesterday was 54 days. Today is 53 days until the end of the year. So every day, tomorrow's 52, the next day, and so on and so forth. And so by the end of the year, we're turning up our business and also taking full control of our life. So that was the biggest reason in this countdown that we just started. I wanted you to come, but I needed the girls to know that I got hats. I'm not gonna say I got a Gucci hat or Fender hat. No, I'm gonna be okay. I am a fiance, right?
Hmm.
My kids is growing and on their own, so that makes me a mom,
Still
right?
mom.
Okay. Now this is before I didn't even get to work yet. I just got up. I'm a dog mom.
Yep.
Because
That's fine. Just
listen,
put parent because that's a
listen,
whole nother
people want, yes, this is what I even gotta say it. You said it. I don't even know if I have a whole enough hats. Okay, let's get into it. I'm a business owner,
Yep.
right? Okay. I'm a mentor. Get my
Yep.
hats going the right way. I'm doing too much. Doing too much.
Whichever way you want.
Listen,
You got it.
I'm a volunteer for domestic violence, and do you see the hats falling off because something got to go? A volunteer
Mhm.
for domestic violence and prison reform, and what else? I am a, oh my gosh, I'm a friend that listens to that need to be doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I got more, but I don't have no more hats right now. And so you want to know what that tells me? That tells me that I
You
probably
already
needed
do
to
too
use
much.
that anointed no a long time ago, right?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
you run out of all the things I have to do. I can show you text on my phone to my Boo Bear. I call my Boo Bear. Martin is my Boo Bear. So I tell Boo Bear he'll ask me to do something, and I'm literally sitting here. Y'all better screenshot this. I got on all these hats for real, but it makes you feel quite silly. But I tell him like, don't ask me right now. But one of the things, let
Mhm.
me tell you what you helped me do. What you helped me do with all these hats that I have to wear is using my anointed no, but I didn't even know that I was using it. But I was argumentative. I was
Mhm.
resentful, frustrated because I feel like when you don't say no, or when I got on all these hats and you're trying to give me two more hats, three more hats, and your hats too, and I was not saying no, I was not making boundaries for myself. I was having an attitude about everything. My Boo Bear, because the person that you live with is the one that you take it out on the most. Although I'm working with the ladies all day, I'm communicating with him the most. He could call me just to say hi, I'm beautiful. I'll be like, "What you call me for? I'm busy. Get off me. Leave me alone." Or I'm being like I'm feeling judged
Mm-hmm.
And so I was not using my anointed no. And let me remove. Listen, ladies, I'm gonna make a joke. I'm gonna take these hats off, but as I'm taking them off, cross your fingers. I don't lose my wig.
But doesn't it feel lighter when you take them off,
It
right? And
feels
I think that,
amazing.
that part of it that, sometimes, and that's what happens with burnouts. Like you end up
Hmm.
taking it out on the wrong people. And that's
Yes.
what happened with me. I ended up taking it out like on my husband or my family, even my
Hmm.
friends. And then one of my spiritual moms said to me, like one day I was going to, yeah, you cute on the outside, but you really jacked up on the inside.
Hmm.
Had no idea. So not only mentally was I carrying it, because okay, as a pastor and a leader, associate pastor in the church where I served at that
Hmm.
time, I'm helping people and praying for people,
Hmm.
encouraging people, and especially when people know, okay, ask Pastor Crystal, she's going to do it.
Hmm.
Then what happens is you begin to carry all that. You pray for folk and try to help folks, especially as a mentor.
Hmm.
Okay, and you hope they follow through with what you've given them or suggested. And then when they don't, you end up carrying that. Like it's all of those things. And it's being able to say, you know what? No, let me just stay in my lane. Let me get rid of these hats because this joint is heavy, right?
It is very. They were heavy.
It's
They were
very,
heavy.
and I got on 10. You had about 4 or 5. I got on 10.
Yes, I think I had like, yeah, I had five, maybe six. And
Yep.
look,
Yep. And see,
there, because I'm trying to carry all the hats, even when I was taking them off, even when you're doing too much, for me, I find even besides the hats, I got clutter everywhere. I'm not putting the laundry away. I got 2 weeks worth of laundry folded up, waiting to go away. Paper, you might have papers all over the desk. But as I was taking the hats off, because there was too many, I'm dropping them, which means to me, I'm dropping the ball on
let them
things,
go. That's
right?
absolutely correct. That's
That's why this
absolutely
training to me was just so powerful. I promise you, guys, I was in that conference like,
correct.
no way, that was me. That
Yep.
was me.
Yep.
And you,
And for ladies that are watching, Inga, it's so important that, as you're going through your process, some things you can't get rid of. But you know what? I
mm-hmm.
love my family, but maybe I don't have to be the one person that they call, right? And
Yes,
when it comes to the family reunion, we've been doing it for 52, 53 years. All right, well, you know what? 55. All right, whatever can go to. Well, you know what? I
yes,
got to work somewhere for right now. So I'm
mm-hmm.
going to hold on to that hat. But you know
Mm-hmm.
what? Right now, my mentoring is at a limit because I'm trying to make sure I'm in the camera. And I can't
No,
think I
you're
keep.
there. I see you look good.
So as a mentor, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that ties into my client base and what I do as I coach women. Community service, you know what? I don't have to do that every month or every week, but you know what? That hat can come off. I can do it once a quarter or once a year. Entrepreneur, that's my business. That's going to stay because that's
That's
growing.
staying.
I can't stop being a mom or a parent,
Mm-hmm.
even my children and my fur baby. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
pastor at heart. That never goes away because that's
Yes,
who I am. And then I'm still a daughter because that doesn't go away. My parents are still here with us on the
yes,
earth.
yes.
And then I'm a wife. And so when I look at the hats that I'm able to manage, I went from 10, so that's four, um, 5, 6.
Wow, 10 to 6. So
And
when you,
actually, I technically, because I'm believing this in the Lord,
yeah,
this simplicity hat is coming off.
gotta go.
So
That's right.
eventually, I will be just an entrepreneur running my business, but all of these things which are a part of who I am. They stay, and I
Mm-hmm.
function and flow in these in my anointed no,
Mm-hmm.
without being overwhelmed, without being exhausted, without getting burned out, right? Without
Yes,
doing too much, right? And
yes.
so that's where that's why I have such a passion. Somebody asked me earlier, why do I have such a passion about doing this? It's because I was mentally and emotionally burned out. I didn't know what it was. I went to a therapist and we went through this exercise and she helped me walk through to realize, you know what, Crystal, you really are burned out. And I was
Mm-hmm.
spent, guys. I was spent. And
Mm.
so it wasn't until I'm gonna use my Philly slang, it wasn't until we did that, John, that I realized, you know what, I do need to get some help and walk through
Yes.
that. And so from that, I've become an expert in that field from my research and my
Mm-hmm.
studies, and so, coupled with my master's degree in life coaching and biblical counseling, I'm able to partner and parlay all of that together to help women heal from mental and emotional burnout.
Oh, that, see, I love
Exciting.
it. We needed to hear this. So can you give me like one tip to keep from the holiday, to keep, how do I keep from being overwhelmed before I get to Atlanta for Thanksgiving?
The way to keep from being overwhelmed, sister, is just one. Can I give two tips?
You give as
Two.
many as you want. Break it on down.
So one is remember your anointed no. I
Yes.
know the holidays come and we get busy and there's, all of those things, that we want to do, especially if you're hosting the holidays or you're going to
Hmm.
visit and we're trying to, don't kill yourself, right?
Hmm.
Cooking and cleaning and planning and all of that takes a lot out of everybody. Just stay focused. Stay in your lane. What are you supposed to do? If you're only supposed to make the mac and cheese, then just make the mac and cheese and show up, but don't try to make the mac
Messing
and
up
cheese,
them
the
greens
turkey,
over there with it.
and the greens and everything else. And then folks come and you can't even enjoy yourself. Stay in your lane. And so
Okay.
when people ask,
Good.
especially if it's enough of you to be able to help other people, you don't have to do
Good.
that. You don't have to cook and go pick up
Okay.
Bobby and Sarah. You don't have to go to, just be clear about what your priorities are. That's the second thing. Know what your priorities are. So when you know what your priorities are, you're able to stay in the lane. You're very clear. Make sure you focus on that anointed no.
Hmm.
Everybody's not going to understand it because you probably used to saying yes to everything they ask you to do. But guess what?
Yes.
With that anointed no comes freedom, it comes peace, it comes power, and you're able to be focused and stay where you need to be. All
Hmm.
right.
Hmm.
So those things there will help you, kind of stay guided. Be prayerful. God, do I need to do this? Is this something I need to do? Somebody may say, hey, I got another great idea. Let's start a new business. It's like, no, right?
Hmm.
Not right now. I'm doing what God has called me to
Yeah.
do.
I be like, what
And
is?
so stay committed. Stay
Yes.
committed to that. Right? Stay
Okay.
committed to where you are now. And here's the thing: God gives us ideas all the time. God is always
Hmm.
speaking in various form. He may speak through the wind, the trees. He may speak through someone talking
Hmm.
to you. But here's what we need to remember: the Bible is very clear that to everything there is a season. And
Yeah.
so, with that, when you know what season you're in, all right, God, I thank you for that idea. Is this the season for it to happen now? Is
Yeah.
it later? What do I need to do? So that way you make sure that you're in the right space at the right time.
Hmm.
And when you do that, then you're in a better space and you're not all over the place and you're able to have clarity and be clear about what you need to do. So
Hmm.
I would love for you all to get a copy of my book. I want you to text 215, text Boss Grow Fund. Again, that's Boss Grow Fund. You want to text that to 215
Hmm.
600 2980. When you text that to me, you'll get a copy of my book, Reset, and I will make sure your information is there. I would also love to set up an interview with you so that we can discuss what we need to do and how to help you recover from burnout, or even if you think you're on the precipice of burnout, or you're burned out, or know someone that is. But
Hmm.
just breathe through the holidays. We're not. This is not a sprint. It's a marathon. And
Hmm.
remember that we take our time as we enjoy our time going through the holidays, through Thanksgiving, through Christmas, through the new year. You don't have to run and be everywhere and everything for everybody, but breathe and give yourself grace. Again, text Boss Grow Up Fun to
Hmm.
215 600 2980. And I also have a special bonus that I want to give you all too. So if you're interested in being a part, and I would love to again connect with you and do an interview session with you, that would be amazing. So that we can kind of continue to move forward and help other women. Again, you want to go to stopbeingoverwhelmed.com to get a copy of my book. And also my other book is there. He guided me through the
Move
storm,
over.
which is
Yeah. That one. Hold it up. There
so
you
it's
go.
there.
Look at
Mine's got flags and notes in it. And
it. Yay.
so we want to make sure you get your copy today. That we have all been through something. And
Yes.
this collaboration book is a stories of faith and forgiveness and
Mm.
healing and love and triumph. And God has guided all of us, all 20 authors, through our storms in life. And you can get your copy today, again, at my same website,
Mhm.
stopbeingoverwhelmed.com. If you know Inga, you can get a copy from her as well. We are all on the same project.
Yeah.
We're
Imagine
going
that. Look at that, guys. She has her book, and then I have mine because we all have stories. It's like I always tell the people when they say, "Well, how'd you do that?" I remind them, "Chicken Soup for the Soul" was a big collaboration. So here
yeah.
we are with a big collaboration. We together,
That's
guys. Yes.
mm-hmm.
Well.
That's exactly what it was. And so
Hmm.
this has been amazing. But again, I would love to, to hear from you guys. Again, text Boss Grow Up Fun at
Hmm.
215 600 2980. I would love to get you connected there. Type that in there. I'll know that it's you. I'll get you a copy of my book, and then we can set up an interview call because I would love to talk with you and interview you your thoughts about our session today, but
Yes.
also you also, if you know someone or you are burned out, and how
Mm-hmm.
we can help everyone get to a better place. We want to enjoy this holiday season.
Yes.
We
Have
want
a
to give
good time.
ourselves time. And before we close, Michelle Obama had a great quote, and I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle Obama says, in order to overcome burnout, you have to plan your joy.
Ooh,
We're about to go into the holidays.
yes.
Have you planned
Oh,
your
joy.
joy today?
That's good. That's good.
Plan your joy and take your time and breathe. Give yourself grace. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I've enjoyed my time with you. Thank you, guys. Thank you,
Thank
ladies.
you. Thank you, guys. Make sure you follow Crystal at the Crystal Man. Before she goes, I want to tell her, guys, as a matter of fact, if you're listening to this now, or if you are listening to this on the weekend, whenever it is, I want you to jump in her DM. Go ahead and slide in her DM. It's her birthday on Saturday. So tell her happy birthday. Thank you. And make sure you do go to those links because it's going to help you out so much. And so, Crystal, my friend always says it was a plum, please, and pleasure to have you. I'm so grateful for you to be here. I could be cheesy, but I'm just not cheesy. I'm just like your sister girl. So thank you for coming. Thank you for spending your time with us tonight. And I
Thank
promise you, all my hats I'm not going to wear unless it's raining outside. But no, I'm going to end just like this with all these hats falling off. And so when y'all looking back, like, why she got on those hats? Good answer. Click right here, y'all. Click right here. Yeah. So, Crystal, we're going to give them something. We're going to call this a thumbnail. Wait, where's my other hat? So,
That's
you know,
this is the balance life right here. This is the
mm-hmm.
blessed and balance. This is
Yes.
the blessed and balance
So
life.
move
That's
over a little bit right here. There you go, boom. And when I count to three, you're just gonna be like, cheese, like your goofy thumbnail. You can stick out your tongue. You could give them the peace sign, anything you want. And so one,
okay.
two, three, thumbnail. Okay. And I'll screenshot that and send it to you. And that literally will be our YouTube cover. You're gonna be like, what in your
Nice.
YouTube cover?
That's awesome. That
Yes,
is
it's
awesome.
awesome. It's like a mukbang for hats. But thank you, Crystal, so much. We learned even in those few brief minutes. I know just the hats alone is enough for people to take a look at themselves. And when you do, guys, make sure you go right on her website and stay in touch. So thank you so much. Okay, I'll see you next time. All right. You can disconnect, Crystal. I'll talk to them for like 32 seconds and then I'm out. So thank you. All right, guys. So, Crystal, listen, I'm not going to try to work my camera over here. Guys, this was such a pleasure to have Crystal on here with us. First of all, okay, wait, let me get myself back together. But no, it was a pleasure to have Crystal on here with us. I hope that you are truly taking a look at all of the hats that you wear. If you didn't know what this episode was about, guys, this was our holiday reset so that you can learn to stop being overwhelmed. And so make sure you stay plugged into our group. Guys, you know that Saturday we have another grant coming up, super easy. If you apply, you're going to get them. We are having an amazing time helping brand new entrepreneurs start, grow, and fund their business. Stay plugged in because it's going up. I'm trying to tell you something. Don't be the one left out when Benita, because y'all know it's going to be Benita, right? When she on there like, I got a grant. You want that to be you too. So get up in here, stay with us, and stay connected. And I'll see ya. Wait, I'm gonna give my exit music. Don't you? Y'all know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, we'll do it again. One, two, three. I'll see ya.